guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, where have you been? Welcome to my channel. If you don't mind, I would like to know your name. Comment down below, write your name in the comment section so I can meet you as well. Definitely subscribe to this channel down below. It's a red button, you won't miss it. Subscribe to this channel. It helps my channel grow and it's really important to me, okay? My name is Silem, very pleased to meet you. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in to watch another video from me. Today we're going to be doing a cute floral top. You can basically use any fabric you have. No, you cannot use any fabric you have. You have to use a self-finished fabric. That is not negotiable. A self-finished fabric is a fabric that does not fray. So when you cut it with the scissors, it doesn't fray, just like this one I'm holding. This is actually a fabric I'm going to be using. As you can see, I'm already putting on the top I made entirely no-sew. So this fabric is a Lycra fabric. It's just a basic Lycra fabric. It stretches both ways. So it stretches like this and stretches like that. So yeah, it stretches both ways. And it's just a beautiful green floral fabric. I really love this fabric. I'm actually going to use this to make a jumpsuit, like a short jumpsuit. So stay tuned for that tutorial, by the way. But for today, this is what we're going to be using. Now this fabric is self-finished, like I mentioned, but it is not a solid fabric. As you can see, the right side of this fabric is clearly different from the wrong side. Now for this particular no-sew project, you can decide to use a solid fabric or not. So it basically depends on you. If you can get your hands on a solid fabric, that would be amazing, that would be great. But if you can't, then just get a fabric that is not solid, but it has to be self-finished. So this is not a solid fabric. However, I've used a couple of solid fabrics in my previous no-sew tutorial. So if you're really curious to know what a solid fabric is, and you also want to learn how to make other no-sew outfits, definitely click the playlist right here. I'm going to keep it up here. I have a total of 20 videos in that playlist where I show you how to make different kinds of outfits without sewing. No stitching, no sewing, no thread, none of that. None of that, okay? So do check it out, check that playlist out. So apart from your fabric, all you need to make this no-sew top is a measuring tape, chalk, and the scissors. I'm gonna leave the link to all these items in the description box down below, just in case you want to buy the same ones I got. Without further ado,
2 hours later.
So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. So I folded my fabric diagonally, and now I'm just checking to see the widest part, and I'm making a line at that point. And the widest part is obviously in the center since the fabric is folded diagonally. So I'm just making a line across. And then from that point downwards, I'm marking 35 inches. And then I'm marking 2 inches at that pointed edge. This is going to serve as the width of my belt for the top. So I'm just making sure that I continue marking that 2 inches a couple of times. And then from the fold, I'm marking 25 inches. So that is where that 2 inches I started marking at the edge is going to stop. That's why I'm extending that 2 inches line to meet that 25 inches mark. And I'm just extending that line downwards. Now you can decide to make your belt longer. So what that means is that instead of using 25 inches, you could use maybe 22 inches, 20 inches, just so your belt could be longer. And it also depends on your size. So I'm a size 8. I decided to use 25 inches. You could use 27, or you could go lower. You could use 22. It all depends on how snug or fitted you want your top to be. So now I'm just cutting. I simply cut that line I created initially, the first line or at the center, and then I'm going ahead to cut the 2 inches belt, and then I'm also curving it and cutting it downwards. So simply just following the shape of the fabric as it's folded, but I'm just making sure that it's in a nice curve, and I'm just, you know, making sure that all the corners are really rounded. So from the fold, I'm marking 7.5 inches. My shoulder measurement is 15 inches. 15 inches divided by 2 is 7.5 inches. So that's why I marked that. Now from the end, I'm marking 8 inches, and that is going to serve as my collar. So if you want your collar to be wider, you can go with 10-12 inches. Now I'm marking the shoulder measurement yet again, and from that point, I'm simply measuring the length of my armhole. I measured 5 inches, but if your arm circumference is more than 12 inches, which is my arm circumference, you can decide to go with 6 or 7 inches. Now the width of this armhole is 1.5 inches. Now this fabric is stretchy, so I can actually go with that. But like I said, if you're using a fabric that is not too stretchy, or your arm circumference is more than mine, your length could be 6 or 7, and then the width of your armhole could be 2 inches or 2.5 inches. It all depends on your measurement. But the good thing is that even if you cut it at first and it's too small, you can always increase or expand the armhole. It's better for it to be too small and then you make it wider than for it to be too big, because when it's too big, it's a no-so, and you're not trying to like amend the armhole and make it smaller or anything like that. So I always prefer to start small, and then if I need to, I can always increase the armhole. So basically, I just created an oval shape, and then I'm just cutting that open, and that serves as my armhole. So guys, I'm going to show you how to wear this beautiful top. It's very simple, very easy to wear. So basically, you have your armhole. So I'm just going to put my arms through that armhole, and now I'm just simply taking the belts, and then I'm tying it in 2 knots. So I tie the first knot, and then I'm tying another knot just so it's nice and secure, and then I'm folding the collar. Now why I love this collar is because this fabric is not solid, so you can actually see the difference, and you can see that there's an actual collar there. If this fabric was solid, you probably won't even notice that there was a collar there. So I really like that. Now I took the belt and then I tied it at the back in knots, and then I tied it in a bow. So yeah, I really love how this turned out, guys. Do you really like it? Do you like it? I really love how this turned out. It looks really good. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, share, all that amazing stuff, and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you like about this top. Let me know, is it the fabric, is it the style, is it the collar? My favorite part is the collar, like I said. Is it how the back looks, is it how the front looks? Just let me know in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.